Hello my dear students, welcome to CR Digital Classes. Today we are going to discuss about basic structure of a C program. What is now the question which may come across in the paper would be explain the basic structure of a C program. Now what is the C program is? Program is set of some instructions which are grouped together in order to perform some certain task. Now whenever we say it as a task, it is nothing but a single execution or a single particular statement which you want to execute. But on a broader spectrum, if you can check it out, that is a C program follows a structured format for organizing and the readability issues. Now, whenever we say that it's a C, that is a C is having a proper structure and it ensures that particular format is maintained and it is being compiled and executed by the respective compilers. But before we talk about the basic structure of a C program, there is a particular structure that we will see today. Now, what is that here is, we will have a documentation section, then we will have the preprocessor, then we will have the definition, then we'll have the declaration part, then we have the main function, then whatever statements you want the program to be executed has to be involved in the subprogram. Now, if you can see here, that is what is a documentation section. Now, what do you mean by documentation section is, that is here we are, if you want to give some comments or if you want to give some statements on to the user who is about to see the program, then you have to mention it within the comment symbol. That is, whenever you are specifying the comments, there are two types of comment, that is multi-line comment and single line comment. Now, when you say it is a multi-line comment, that is multiple line, that is it may contain two or more lines and that has to be given within this symbol, that is slash, that is here put this asterisk, and then again you can write n number of statements. It can be n means it can be n, that is you can take it from 1 to 10 or 1 to 11. You can include the description about that particular program can be given in this particular documentation section. Now, when you talk about the single line is whenever you want to give some meaningful tips to the particular user who is about to read the program, then you will have a single line comment that has to be given with the double slash. So these two areas talk about, that is here the documentation section talks about the comments which have to be included within the program or to give the description about the program that has to be mentioned. Now, when you talk about the preprocessor, what is a preprocessor? Preprocessor is nothing but that before we execute, before we execute a particular program, we have to load the necessary header files. Why? It is nothing but we have to create an environment such that the programs can be executed with ease. Now, whenever we are saying that the program is executed, first what we need to do is we have to create or set up an environment. That environment can be given by providing the statement, that is the first statement which has to be given within the particular program is #include stdio.h. What is #include.io.h? stdio.h is nothing but it gives the address. Include is a keyword. std is nothing but a header file, that is we are using standard input and output header file. The functions which belong to the standard input and output devices that is they reside at a particular location. That is why we say it as standard IO functions are residing at this particular location. That is the reason we include with the keyword called include, and that is being given or it is available at a header, that is it is available at a particular location that is mentioned with the hash symbol. That is here whenever we are saying it is #include stdio.h, it is nothing but it is having, that is we are creating an environment such that the statements which are necessary for our program to be executed are given with this particular header file. Next, now when we talk about the functions which are, there are n number of library functions. So every particular library function has its own predefined set of statements which have to be considered. Whenever you say, for example, math.h, you have square root, you have pi, you have certain functions. When you talk about the string.h, there are certain functions, that is the functions which talk about only the properties about string. So all these particular header file, that is this particular header file acts as a link between the program and the executable statements which are being given in the program. Now next, what do you mean by the declaration? Declaration is nothing but I am about to say that I so and so is about to be used within the program, has to be given with a certain data type that is mentioned with the keyword called int. That is, int are nothing but your data types which are being given. So whenever you define or declare the variables within the program, that is, it is known and it exists within this particular premises of main. So here the definition, that is, here it defines the symbolic constants. Either you can use it with the dash define, or you can directly define, that is, you can give the global declaration by simply mentioning with the different data types which are being given within the program. Now whenever you say it is a global declaration, that is, this particular program, that is, these particular variables can be used within the program. That is why we say it as a global declaration statement. Now next one talks about the main. Now what do you mean by main? Main, that is, actually main, if you say it is a word. Now what follows after that was your, that is, it is a function symbol. What do you mean by the function symbol? That is, it is some set of instructions which are given or which are executed by the particular function. That is, here it is a function is nothing but it is some self-contained block of statements which are executed by the user as it is being invoked. And in C, main is the starting function to be executed and the last one to be terminated. Now what it contains here is, it contains about the variable declaration, it contains about the function declarations, it contains about the executable statements. Now we will see it with an example. That is, here by default, because whenever you say a function is executed, we return, for example, when we go to the particular, or when we say that is a birthday party is being conducted, that is, the output would be, that is, either it is conducted successfully or it is not conducted successfully. That is nothing but here, that is, it returns always a particular statement. That is why here you have, that is, main always expects the user to return 1. That is why by default it is taking int. Even though if you don't mention, what we need to do is, if you don't want to mention, simply mention it as void. Void is a data type again which explicitly says to the compiler that now main will not return any particular return value. Next, here, so this is your main. Now once the main is mentioned, what you are doing, this is the body of the main. That is, here this is the body of the main. What is the main containing? It is containing some declaration statement, it is containing some input and output, some executable statements, at the same time the output of the particular statement, and it is returning 0. Because we have mentioned it as integer, we have to explicitly mention the keyword called return 0. That means here return 0 is nothing but here we are satisfying the main function, that is the output of the particular program. Once it is printed, we are saying it has returned and everything, that is, it is being executed. Now what is this program contains? Now what is it is containing? That is main int a comma b comma c. That is, this program is for the summation of two numbers. So what we are doing, we are taking with the help of the printf statement, which is a single line statement, which here we are trying to print only the statement, that is enter two numbers. Then once it is done, what you are doing, percentile d, it is an access specifier, and here what we are doing, we are accepting scanf is nothing but a user is giving the value from the keyboard. So here we are taking the value from the keyboard to the memory. That is why we are taking it through the help of the function, that is scanf. Now again here, because it is a function, actually this is a function which is having its syntax, that is format specifier followed again your address symbol and the variable name. Now here this is what here we are doing it over here. That is, we are mentioning two variables because the program is for summation of two numbers. We are directly summing it into two particular variables are accepted from this single line statement of scanf. Then again we are adding a plus b, which is assigned to the left hand side variable, that is sum. Now sum, because it is of type integer, we are taking the access specifier, that is percentile d, and it is being extracted, that is the value once you give, that is into the system, when you say it as a and b. Okay, now like this the memory is created in the memory area. That is, here if I am giving 7 plus 5, that is output will be here 12 is stored in the sum. Then sum, that is once you specify percentile d, that is directly the sum is extracted and 12 is returned onto the screen to the user. Next, now here what do you mean by the subprogram? Now, what is a subprogram? Subprograms are nothing but within the function, if you want to define some more functions. So, function can contain subfunctions. Now, here, what is the usage of the subfunction is to easily catch the particular errors at the same time. That is, we are trying to enhance the code readability. At the same time, we are dividing the work into small pieces so that we can get the maximum efficiency of the function. So that is why we are taking the subfunctions also. So within the program, either you can take the within the program you can take the that is either you can take this is a main function. So within the main functions you can include n number of some function, but the main thing which you need to remember is that is in C, that is main is the first function to be executed and the last one to be terminated. Now here, so this is another example where we are talking about the radius. That is, here we are trying to declare, that is we are trying to take with the help of the radius calculation. That is, here pi r square is being taken here. That is, write a program for the calculating the radius of a circle. Then when you take it here, that is, here you can see this is your multi-line statement, this is your single line statement, that is single line comment. Okay, now here we are defining a pi value by the constant word. That is, here because pi has a constant value of 3.14, we are taking that. Then again we have a global variable, which is a variable which is being given with a data type. Then again we have your main. Now in this you have your another variable, that is radius and float. We are entering the value from the user, that is we are accepting the value, that is radius. Then after this the pi value is 3.14, which is being taken, which has been declared. Then after accepting the value, whatever the value is being taken, the radius is calculated and it is assigned to the area. Then next again the value, because area, that is here area is declared as a floating variable, we are taking the format specifier as f, and you need to include, that is after, that is if it is printing, that is 3.856, if it is a value, that is after the decimal point, I have to get the value of 2. So that is after the decimal point, 2 values have to be printed. That is why I have given the 0.2. So that area will be printed. After that we are satisfying the compiler by mentioning the return 0, because here int is being given with, that is main is being given with the integer. So if you don't want to give the main integer over here, you can directly write it as void that, and you can ignore the statement, that is return 0. So this is nothing but this is an example of your statement where you are having all the state, that is all the that is related to your basic structure, where you are including with the document, you are including with the link, you are including with the definition, global declaration, main and subprogram. Here we did not get any subprogram because it is a small program. Otherwise you can take the subprogram. So if I could sum it up, that is what is the basic structure of your C program is, the basic structure of C program contains the necessary header files, it contains about the linker, then again it contains about the definition, it contains about the variables which are about to use, then the main function which has to be the first function, which has to be the last function to be terminated, then the statement or executable statements, whatever you want to write, you can do it. So this concludes the topic of your basic structure of your C program. Now so if you any doubts are there, you can just ping on, that is otherwise it's okay. Please like and share the Zia Digital classes. Thank you.